People often say relationships become boring after a few years. They believe it happens because you already know everything about the other person. There's no mystery left, no excitement, no butterflies. That's the most common explanation. But what if that's not the full truth? What if boredom isn't about knowing too much, but about something we slowly stop doing? In this video, we'll try to decode that. Before we go deeper, one thing to be clear, this isn't a psychology lecture or a research breakdown. It's simply an observation. In our lives, whether we are single or in a relationship, almost all of us have had a crush on someone at least once. But have you ever asked yourself why? Why that person? Pause for a moment and think. Why did you have a crush on them and not someone else? At first, most people say it's because the person looks good. Yes, attraction can start there. But crushes usually grow for many small reasons. Because someone feels kind, funny, smart, calm, or interesting. Let me share a simple, real-life example. Two girls close to me, let's call them Sophie and Lila. Sophie developed a crush on her classmate during boarding school. It didn't happen instantly. Over time, her feelings slowly grew. She noticed the small things, how gently he spoke to his friends, how confidently he handled the noise and chaos of the classroom, how clearly and intelligently he explained topics when teachers asked him, how calm and handsome he looked while playing football, how respectfully he behaved with teachers and classmates. Her crush wasn't built in one moment. It grew through familiarity and everyday observation. Lila's crush was different. She liked her senior. They weren't classmates. They didn't talk much. She only saw him sometimes during school recess. She didn't really know who he was as a person. Her crush was shaped by distance, imagination, and surface-level attraction. Both are crushes, but they are formed in very different ways. And that's why not all crushes feel the same. Now let's imagine something else. What if both boys liked the two girls back? The obvious next step would be dating, and many people would immediately say, "This is love." But here's an important question. Have they really fallen in love yet? Not really. Liking someone or having a crush does not automatically mean love. It simply means the journey toward love has begun. So now let's talk about how love fades away. The first reason is ignored feelings. Let's understand this with an example. Let's go back to Sophie. Let's say the boy she liked is named John. Sophie knew John in a school setting. She knew how he behaved in class, how he talked to teachers, and how he acted around friends. But she didn't know how he behaves at home, how he reacts when he's deeply angry, or how he handles stress and frustration. She knew his outside personality, not his inside reality. Now imagine the beginning of their relationship. Everything feels perfect. They talk for hours. They text constantly. They go out together. Both try to show their best side. They're careful. They're polite. But slowly, as time passes, they become comfortable. And this is where the real relationship begins. Small things start to matter. For example, Sophie doesn't like socks thrown on the bed. John does this often. At first, Sophie reminds him gently. John listens. But the same thing happens again and again. Over time, Sophie starts to feel ignored. What she feels at first isn't anger. It's small things, little disappointments, unnoticed feelings. Individually, they seem harmless, but together, they quietly create distance. And this is just one example. There are many situations like this that slowly push two people apart. Another reason is the loss of emotional safety. When people stop feeling heard, stop feeling respected, or stop feeling safe to express themselves, they don't always fight. They slowly pull away. Life pressure also replaces connection. Stress, work, money, responsibilities. Life gets louder, and love slowly becomes background noise. Real love is not the beginning of a relationship. It's not the excitement. It's not the butterflies. Real love begins after comfort. It begins when you see someone's bad habits, experience their flaws, feel disappointed or tired, and still choose to understand instead of walking away. Real love is when two people stop trying to impress each other and start trying to protect the relationship. It's not about never getting annoyed. It's about how you handle that annoyance. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think are the reasons love fades over time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.